welcome back or welcome here, and very happy autumn to all of you. The leaves are changing colour, the air is beginning to be crisp, scarves and jumpers are beginning to make their way back into my wardrobe, and the nights are drawing in. I think autumn might be my favourite season of the year. I just love how cosy it is and how much our surroundings begin to change in the coming months. The vibrancy of summer and how strong the sun is seems to be collected into all the trees and the surroundings, ready for it to burst out in the autumn time, and I just absolutely love it. It definitely holds its own special kind of magic, and I for one am looking forward to the glorious splendour that this season has to bring us. Today's video is going to be a celebration of this season and greeting the new month of October. So if that sounds up your street, grab a drink, get cozy, and let's begin. The black oaks fling their bronze fruit into all the pockets of the earth. Pock, pock. They knock against the thresholds, the roof, the sidewalk, fill the eaves, the bottom line of the old gold song of the almost finished year. What is spring, all that tender green stuff, compared to this falling of tiny oak trees? Out of the oak trees, then the clouds gathering thick along the west, then advancing, then closing over, breaking open the silence, then the rain, dashing its silver seeds against the house. As the days get shorter and cooler, my desire to curl up with a good book also increases. I love to read books that align in some way to the season that I am in, whether that is through the setting, the writing, the characters, or the genre. I have so very many great books I could recommend, but today I'd like to share with you just a few that I have on hand that I've enjoyed reading in the past at this time of year. Hello again on another cosy evening. After editing together those little clips of recommendations and such, I thought it might actually be quite nice to share some of my TBR for this season as well. I like to keep mine quite small, so there won't be lots and lots of books on this list, and that's purely because I like to allow space for more books to be added. I don't do very well with a very prescribed set of books, otherwise it just starts to feel a little bit too much like a chore to me. But nevertheless, these are a few books that I'm hoping to get read in the next few weeks. The first one that was on my list to share with you is actually the one that I have just finished, and that is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I really enjoyed this lyrical folktale inspired fantasy novel. It's set on a remote mythical island called Cadence that is full of magic and spirit folk, as well as a long-standing and violent feud with an opposing clan on the western side of the island. We follow two characters, Jack, a bard who has been summoned home after many years away on the mainland, and Adira, the heiress of the East. You may have guessed this by now, but yes, they do hate each other, but they have to put aside their differences to get to the bottom of a deeply unsettling mystery, and that is the girls from their clan are going missing and they don't know who's taking them. If you liked Uprooted by Naomi Novik or The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, I think you would really like it. It has a very similar element of folktale, magic, and that beautiful kind of lyrical and poetic style of writing that I just love. It was suspenseful, poetic, quite moving and heartwarming, and I'm really looking forward to picking up the sequel for this. So I guess actually my first TBR book should be that, which is called A Fire Endless. So that technically, I suppose, is the first one on my list. Okay, I'm not sure whether it's a good idea to go through all the synopses of the following books, because otherwise I think we would be here all day. So I think for these I'm gonna go rapid fire. So the next one on the list is Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young, which ironically I forgot at my boyfriend's flat this morning. Also on my list is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. This has been on my TBR for approximately a decade now. I've been meaning to get to it for absolutely ages, so this year is the year for this classic gothic novel. I also have The Sisters of the Winterwood by Raina Rossiner, which just had the most autumnal and beautiful cover. Sold. I can't wait to read. Also on my list is Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. This is the new release, but the prequel to Legends and Lattes, which I absolutely loved. That was the most cozy, sweet, high fantasy book I've ever read, so I'm really excited for that one. And then finally is Babel or Babel by R.F. Kuang, which I think maybe everyone has read at this point, but I'm still very excited to get around to reading it this year. And that concludes my TBR. So I'm going to finish up my tea, and I think I might take a little bit of time this evening to do some painting. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you in a little bit.